What's up YouTube, this is Fate, bringing you another deck profile, and today I decided I was going to start off the next batch of deck profiles with something a little bit fun along the lines of Karakuri's. Now, this deck has gotten a reputation of being one of the faster offensive played machine type of builds, being able to rattle off so many different combos really fast and chain to Synchro Monster after Synchro Monster. But at the same time, this deck does get to be a little bit of a glass cannon. Means is all it has is the one offensive move, and everything in its cousin can probably beat it down. However, the other thing is being able to survive that initial offensive move, and for those who can't, Karakuri's will easily hold dominance over those type of builds. I also wanted to do this one because I have to give a huge shout out to my friend Will on this one. Because this base deck design was originally his deck. I tried to get him to deck profile this a couple of times until eventually he actually traded the deck for a pretty good deal for me. So with that, I decided, why not take the Karakuri deck, give it a few of my own tweaks, and see what I can do with it. And I gotta tell you, being able to play with glass cannon decks like these are a lot of fun. So without further ado, let's get to the profile. And for the tuners, we start out with triple Karakuri Strategists. Now, all of them have the ability that they switch battle positions when they are attacked. And this one, when it's summoned, it does have that battle switching ability. But this one, when it's summoned, you can switch the battle position of one monster on the field, which does feed into your draw plays later on. Next, we run triple Karakuri Ninishi, the double summoner of the deck, plus another level 3 tuner that is a really good addition to all this. And I decided to play one of the level 4 tuners in Saizan, Karakuri Watchdog. Mainly because you do run into scenarios where you just need that level 4 tuner monster. And the other good thing about these other two tuners right here in Strategist and Ninishi is they do have low enough attack stats, so they are machine dupable, which is all sorts of fun. For the generic Karakuri monsters, I run two Karakuri Merchant. Here's your normal summoner of the deck to get you that spell cards that you need to further facilitate your combo plays in later turns. I decided to only play 2 of these because it is a nightmare dead drawing 3 of these. Unlike a card like Elemental Hero Strauss, where you'd flourish off the draw power turn after, or search power turn after turn after turn. With Merchant, he's not a tuner monster, and each time you're normal summoning this guy, you're taking the normal summon away from your tuners, and a bunch of your other generics usually are special summoned, so good searcher, just can't have too many of them clogging up your hand. I also run 2 Karakuri Soldier Nisamus. And this one has a destruction ability to float another Karakuri monster to your field. And same reason for Merchant why I keep this guy too. You just don't want to have too many of them clog up while you're trying to get to your tuners to get to your speed plays. I also run one Karakuri Ninja Kuick. And I decided to run one of him over the 3rd soldier just because he does have 1700 attack, which is a pretty high attack for level 4 Karakuris, not counting a certain other one that I don't play in this build. And its destruction, and its ability to destroy some monster, you can special summon one from your graveyard is pretty cool. And for the other generic Karakuri monster, I run 2 Karakuri Ninjas Nanashick. And this one, he's just a generic level 5 monster that you need because each of the Karakuri Synchro monsters do special summon another Karakuri monster from the deck. And having them be that level 5 option while you have other level 3 tuner monsters on the field just helps you further facilitate those combos. And for the only trio of support monsters in this build, I decided to run triple Solar Windjammer. Why Solar Windjammer instead of Cyber Dragon? Case in point, you're focusing on more synchro plays than monster presence plays. And it doesn't matter with this guy if your opponent has a monster on their side of the field or not. If you control no monsters, you can special summon him. And with your level 3 turners, that provides play of fodder for your level 8 synchro plays. That's it for the monsters. On to the spells. I run triple Karakuri Anatomy. This guy right here is whenever your Karakuri monster changes battle position, you place 1 counter on this, and then you can remove this max at 2 counters to draw 2 cards, which makes Strategist a key element in this deck because you will be special summoning this guy primarily through your synchro monsters, and each time he's summoned, he changes his battle position, which feeds more into Anatomy. And another card that serves that purpose very well is Karakuri Cashe. And this card pretty much select 1 face-up Karakuri monster it controls, change its battle position, and search for another Karakuri monster. Which is really good because if you have both these on the field at the same time, Cashe can feed into your Anatomy, gets the extra draws, and then you can control go into further synchro plays after that. For other general support cards, we run triple Iron Call, dealing with a lot of low-level machine monsters. You definitely want to keep as many plays live as possible, especially if you run out of tuners from your deck. Kind of sort of the same reason by running triple Instant Fusion. Granted, we do have a good play with Elder Entity Norden here, but I also run these 2 jokers alongside. It's keeping all of your level 3 tuners live throughout the game. I also run triple De-Synchro because there are some fun combos with this and your main level 8 Karakuri guy. Because basically what this level 8 guy does is whenever your Karakuri monster switches battle position, you get to draw an extra card. Now, what makes this really good is it's once each time a new one pops up on the field. So say you use this with the level 8 guy, and Strategist was your other material that you use. Strategist change the battle position effect will activate again. And then you will resynchro, get the level 8 guy again, or special summon another Strategist. Then the Strategist, you special summon off Synchro Monster. Wow, I'm making this complicated. Layman's terms, this card is awesome. Plus it helps you loop around extra draw plays and potential plays. Next we have 2 machine duplication for the reason of the tuners. Don't run into 3 of these because in playtesting I actually did end up clogging into 2 or more of these too many times, and if you don't have enough of your other generic pieces to go with this, you will run into more dead hands than anything, and I've just run into way too many instant scoop phases with this deck, with 3 of them, so that's why I went down to 2. And then I included this guy, 1 limiter removal, tons of machines, why not? Especially in an OTK style of deck. And then for the other generic spells, I kept it simple at 2 Mystical Space Typhoon, and 1 Soul Charge to recur all your guys in case you lose them. And then for the 2 traps I use with this build, what Glass Cannon deck is not complete without Royal Decree to make sure you guys have an open path to your opponent's life points. That's it for the main deck. On to the extra deck. We have 1 TG Hyper Librarian. I don't run into this guy too much, but I did watch a few deck profiles online that used him with Karakuri monsters. And if you can get this guy going with your level 8 Barredo in the game, then not only would you get the Braille draws, but obviously you would get the generic TG Hyper Librarian draw plays on top of that, which makes him very good when you run into those type of scenarios. Next, I run 2 level 7s Karakuri Shogun Bure. I decided to only run 2 of him because after playtesting this, I ended up running into a lot more level 8s than level 7s, which kind of made the extra space in the extra deck lean towards me needing more support for level 8 monsters. But still, you need at least 2 of these guys because he will change battle positions, and when you're going for those OTK swings, especially when your opponent has defensive monsters, this guy can switch them to attack mode. Next, on to the level 8s, we run triple Karakuri Barredo. He has the same special summon effect as Shogun. When you synchro summon him, you can special summon the Karakuri monster from your deck to the field. And again, comboing this guy with Strategist just sets off enough of your draw plays to keep the combo going and going and going. He is very useful, and 2800 attack level 8 monster. If you can get enough attacks in with this guy and enough direct hits in, it's pretty easy to OTK with this deck with enough direct damage. And then for the last generic level 8 synchros, we run 1 Stardust Dragon. and one Crystalline Synchro Dragon, because I have run into a couple scenarios where I have TG Hyper Librarian on board. This guy brings out a level 3 tuner from the deck to the field, and since you're out of Synchro Special Summon place after that, why not use the level 3 tuner with your TG Hyper Librarian to get an effect negator on the board to round out the combo. And then there's tons of level variants in this deck, so you have to run one Trishula. Especially with De-Synchro live in this build, I gotta tell you, it's been fun using De-Synchro with Trishula, and then just nuking 3 of their cards from hand, field, and graveyard each time I do that. It's a certain joy. De-Synchro just likes doing that. For the Exceeds monsters, I don't run too heavy of an engine, but since you do run plenty of level 5 monsters, I do run the Cyber Dragon Nova and the Cyber Dragon Infinity for that combo. And then for the level 8 of choice, this is completely optional, or rank 8 of choice, this is completely optional. I decided to go with my favorite guy, Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand, just because he's one of my favorite guys. In a more competitive build, I would use Titanic Galaxy, but this is more for fun build, and he has come in handy for protecting some key cards, getting into what you need to save scenarios, and he just protects against all of those effects, especially against other monster effects on the field that you don't want going off. And then for the 3 fusion monsters, Instant Fusion, Elder Instinct Norden, gotta have it, and a pair of machines that I showed you earlier, Cyber Source and Panzer Dragon. And with that, that's my Karakuri deck profile. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, comment, rate, and subscribe. Until next time.